Hello and welcome to chapter 251 of my streaming adventure. What I have for you today, the wheel has spun up Mystic Forge. Now, Mystic Forge was so powerful that it got itself restricted in Vintage. However, I wanted to maybe showcase it a little bit more, and because of that, the plan is to play it in Legacy, where you're actually allowed to play 4 of them, not 1. The combo here is that with Mesmeric Orb, Mesmeric Orb says whenever a permanent becomes untapped, you're going to mill a card. And Basalt Monolith is the original Grim Monolith, but taps for 3, and 3 colorless to untap it. So if you have a Mesmeric Orb, and you have a Basalt Monolith just hanging out, you can tap, untap, tap, untap, tap, untap, and you're just milling cards into the graveyard. Now, the reason you would do that is that if you have Mystic Forge, it lets you play artifact and colorless cards off the top of your library. So, with your 0 mana cards, or you could potentially play cheap cards, then with Lion's Eye Diamond, if you have an Echo of Eons in the graveyard, you crack the Lion's Eye for 3 blue, you get to replay Echo, draw up to 7, still maintaining your tap on tap, and so you're trying to display, or I should say, play out a powerful board presence, and either you can generate large amounts of colorless mana and maybe pick them off with a Walking Ballista, or 10 mana is enough to play a Karn, go get a Mycosynth Lattice out of the sideboard, and that'll shut things down. And having Defense Grid along the way helps kind of set that up. So, I have played decks similar to this before. We played Karn Echoes when we got second in a Legacy Challenge a while back. But overall, I thought this is the best way for me to implement Mystic Forge, or I should say, implement Mystic Forge in a way I would like to play it. And that's a lot of what we do with the wheel, that we use it to... we want the subscriber to have a say kind of in what's going on, but I also get a say in how I implement it so that it doesn't drive me crazy. I guess that's the best way to go about it. So it's gonna be either really quick wins or really quick losses, Urshni. That is correct. So one last thing before we get started. This is the last stream that I will be doing under the J Pinter MTG channel. As of right now, the plan next week and going forward is I will be over on The Swish Gaming. The Swish Gaming is the name of the Twitch channel. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow, that's where my content is currently getting posted on YouTube if you follow it there. So keep in mind, starting next week, I'll still be streaming in this time slot, but I will be on a different channel. So I'll post about it on my own Twitter if you're following me, JPinterMTG. And if you are not already following them, please give them a follow, and I'll see you over there. But let's jump into round 1 of our league. 2-player queue. Nope, I want a league. Are there nobody? There doesn't seem to be anybody here. Now, I know there was an update. Oh, they reset. That's what it is. So they've recently reset the trophy leaderboard. So kind of like how the trophy races last for certain amounts of seasons and stuff like that. This down here says the plan is to run from April to August. That's quite a long time, right? But if we can beat the odds and trophy with this, we could be one of the first people on the leaderboard. How about that? That would be interesting. I mean, that is asking a lot, but that's part of the idea of playing a glass cannon style deck, right? It's a little bit all or nothing. It's a little bit like the guy who either hits a home run or strikes out. You're not trying to hit singles all the time. But enough baseball analogies. Let's play round one. We have won the die roll. Let's check the hand. We have quick Grim Monolith. We have a quick Mesmeric Orb. But I don't currently have a payoff, but I do have an Urza Saga. Urza Saga can draw us into... Urza Saga get a Lion's Eye Diamond. I'm gonna keep. They mulligan to 6. Alright. So they mulligan to 6 and kept. If I lead Saga, that doesn't let me pay off. Okay. Force pitching Brainstorm. Well. So this could be Delver. This could be a variety of blue. Okay. Delver does not play Underground Sea. Normally. This could be Grixis Delver. Could be... Does Doomsday? Well, we saw what? Brainstorm? Okay, well that... I'm willing to say that Delver not play Ornithopter. So this is most likely... They did not shuffle off the Ponder. We are looking at ninjas here. So based on ninjas... And thank you for the subscription. So we want to get Urza Saga into play. We have to be mindful of days. I could put Key and Mesmeric Orb in play. I don't know that I necessarily want Mesmeric Orb yet. Let's get Lotus Petal. I also could potentially get out ahead of... My thought here is I don't want to run the Key into days. Although maybe I should have. The fact that you had a Lotus Petal, you should have played out. You should have played out because of the Lotus Petal. No blocks. Take 0. Who could have seen this coming? I will take 4. 4 is a lot. Ornithopter back. They have 3 cards in hand, including one of them being a ninja. I'll mill myself. We really should have tapped a little bit more mana, right? So, I do not have the ability to generate double blue with what I have in hand, which means I'm going to try to at least go to another turn. I've got 1, 2, 3 coming in. I could try to untap. Well, no, if nothing else, I can get to my turn and hit a Lion's Eye Diamond off this Saga. I just have to be mindful that I potentially can't pay the life to generate. Nice moto bug. Delta, delta, delta off the top. Oh, it's kind of funny to me. All right, incoming. Oh. Yeah, my bad. I'll untap their Ornithopter. Okay. Take one. They draw one. Ornithopter's back. They have not hit a land, although we just milled triple polluted delta for them. So my thought here is, do I want a Saga token? Am I willing to trade 2 life for a Saga token? I think yes. Okay, so trigger, trigger, trigger. Do they have another Force of Will? Is some part of the question. I haven't deployed anything that they necessarily need to fight against Force of Will. All right. So the things I can search up. I just go for Lion's Eye. Please spend something on this. We tried. I'm gonna try to echo. Okay. So they did, in fact, have the other force. Still. Defense grid would have been nice to have prior. I'm going to go one more time. Because doing that with the Grim Monolith lets me mill more cards. There's the Mystic Forge, unfortunately. Alright, so I need to stay home with my 2 constructs against these 2. And we'll see if they can put in another thing with the Ornithopter. They do play Daze. Removal spell? Double removal spell? It's possible they do not flip anything of consequence. It's possible. Possible. It's not likely, but it's possible. Okay. So do I want... So Ensnaring Bridge in the sideboard is meant to be something that Karn is able to tutor for me and bring in in times of need. By bringing it into the main, it's like I have that many less available to me. And also, when they attack with Ornithopter and then flip into it, the attack, I guess it doesn't stop the first one, but it stops the subsequent ones. I just don't know if that is worthwhile. Aetherflux Reservoir is kind of an interesting silver bullet here, in that as I'm playing more and more and more, I'm just going to gain that much more life. I think it's a lot more important to get to defense grid, say, than anything else. And then that way I can somewhat protect myself. Because of that, I don't necessarily want removal. The other Karn is capable of trying to draw me cards or just start spitting out Karnstructs. It's not that anything necessarily is bad here. So I think I'm going to keep. The question is this one Walking Ballista worthwhile? Would I rather have a second one? What would I rather have the second one over? I'm going to keep. Yeah, like, it's a little weird not to have sideboarded anything, but it kind of feels like I didn't have anything to sideboard. So this is a turn 1 nothing. Yeah. That'll be a mulligan. I guess this is the, hey, did you mulligan to Force of Will? They've mulliganed to 5. Maybe they are mulliganing to Force of Will. Now, if they have Leyline, that sucks. They're down to 5 cards. They could be deciding what cards to keep of the 5. They did. They did not lead with... That's a good point. Where is my... I don't know. Maybe something about Magic Online resetting MTG Bot might need a second to bring everything back. That's entirely possible. Come on, Echo. All right, so are we off to the races? Potentially. Let's play a Lotus Petal. Let's play a Mox Opal. Let's play a Defense Grid. And is there any reason to play stuff out now versus next turn? I would say, I mean, I don't... Playing the Lion's Eye Diamond out, all it does is expose it to, I guess, say they have Duress or Thoughtseize. I like how I think about, hey, what exactly could they have that would be a problem for me? We figured it out. Yeah, Urshni, I'm wondering, what if I move it to the top? Nope, that did nothing. Okay. That is a bold choice on their part to take one of the 2 Mystic Forges in my hand instead of the Lion's Eye Diamond. And they have commented, wow, this sure doesn't seem like it will end up for me. Alright, so I'd like to play a Saga. I'd like to play a Lion's Eye. I'd like to get a Mystic Forge going. We'll do 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is on top of my library. I've already played a land, and I can't play that. So I'll use this to exile that top card. So now my top card is Defense Grid. I could play Defense Grid here to see what the next one down is. But to do that, I'd have to give up Lion's Eye. We could do that. We'll use blue. We will play Defense Grid. Okay. We are rewarded with our next card underneath being Lion's Eye Diamond. There is a Karn. So now we could do the same thing. We're going to play the Karn off the top of our library. We're going to look at our sideboard real quick. We could go get a Liquid Metal Coating. Hey, thank you for the follow. Liquid Metal Coating is probably the best thing as it sets us up for a future Mycosynth Lattice. So here, what we should do first is play this. And then go get that Liquid Metal Coating. Cast it. We're stuck here. What I'm going to use is I'm going to untap the Mystic Forge. I'm going to exile another one. And we hit a Mystic Forge. So here I've got to pass. And we're going to pass to their turn. And then Liquid Metal Coating is going to give them an artifact so that they can't use it. What's that one? Okay. So now on my turn, knowing what they can't do, we could just say 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually don't have 6 mana. Really, I don't have 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't. Let's find some zeros off the top. I guess we could wait until next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could just Karn plus on a land, right? We could say this is a swamp. Kill it. Pass until next turn, and then hope to find mana on top. We could also make a huge construct end of turn. And then tutor up. Okay, on their end step. They had the removal. That makes sense. That's still smart. Okay, so let's go to our turn. So now, knowing there are 3 Lion's Eye here. Now, unfortunately, we don't have another Lion's Eye, but we could tap this for a colorless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do this. Let's float a white. Let's float a colorless. Let this go off. Get a new Mox Opal. Keep this Mox Opal. tap for white, and have Karn go get me the lattice. Karn gets a lattice. We play a big lattice. And our opponent is not able to play anything for the rest of the game. Seems fair. Pass turn. We are at 9 to be mindful of that. So make a blue. Play a new card off top. Keep this one. Play this one. I can grind that one away. I mean, what is Snuff Out says you can like kill a card if you control the swamp. That's it. You have to control the swamp. So I was playing around something I didn't need to play around. Snuff Out. Yeah, we saw a Snuff Out happen before. That's what I was playing around. So the thing here that we have found is, let's play Basalt Monolith. Now, Basalt Monolith is going to tap for 3 and is going to untap itself. When it does that, oh, we don't have Mesmeric Orb. Okay, I was trying to be clever with Mesmeric Orb, but we didn't have it. Okay, so now how do I still can't mill that into the graveyard. But because of how Mycosynth Lattice is worded, I believe I get to pay any mana. I'm going to pay it as blue. Yep, that's something you can do. Welcome. I just want to see how many things can I get in play. We have quite a few. We know our top card is Urza Saga. So let's just go to... We got rid of the swamp we wanted to. I guess I do need to play faster if we're going to have a third game. Okay. So now I can start awaking and attacking, or we just need to find a really big... Sorry, I was saying we just need to find a really big walking ballista. Get 2 colorless out of that. Karn will plus on Mycosynth Lattice and start swinging. What else could we do? We could play a new... We could play a new Karn. New Karn. Minuses. Gets us the Mesmeric Orb. Because we have one of those in the sideboard. Okay. So we hit another Echo. I guess we already had an Echo in there. Play that one. Play that one. Let's attack for 6. And it's entirely possible our opponent has never seen our deck before. Okay. So I play a new land. We could just go get a really big let's just put a 24/24 into play and go to next turn. Opponent says, wow, that's a big boy. Yep, we're a little bit bigger than a Merit Lage here. Let's make another one for good measure. Go to combat. Swing for 25. All right, we got through. Did not go full combo, and also our opponent made us play on a little bit, maybe because they were unfamiliar with the man. So, like I said, we didn't sideboard last time. Is there anything we choose to sideboard this time? I'm not sure Walking Ballista is what I want. Like, they still had their creature removal in the second game, but I guess that's their plan is I had to respect the possibility that if I woke up the Mycosynth Lattice to attack, it just got snuff out, and I was actually, oh no, I'm kind of worried about that. I didn't think about the defense grids. Now that I think about it a little bit more, yes, they could alternate cast snuff out, but not through the defense grids, so I guess that's on me. But, I mean, I don't really expect the deck to get much better there, so let's see. We'll try. Okay, they're keeping 7. What do I have? I have Mana, Lion's Eye Diamond. I could play a turn 1 Mystic Forge if they counter it. Go for Lotus. Or I could play a turn 1 Mystic Forge if they counter it. Echo. I think I got to do that. Yep. Okay. Play a land. This. So now this is... We're potentially losing the Manifold Key, but I think I have to accept that. All right. We've already played our land. Okay, that also resolved. We have Karn on top coming. I think I just pass. Do you have... Okay, it was just a 1. What are they going to deploy here? Engineered explosives for 0. If they blow it up, it takes out the Lion's Eye. Okay, so... Float. One, two, three. The real thing is I don't want to get got by... Do I lose a Mesmeric Orb? So now... 3. Am I willing to... Alright. I keep thinking I have the Mesmeric Orb. I keep forgetting that I exiled the Mesmeric Orb. We're doing great over here, man. We're doing great. Okay. So... Do I have enough mana to get this Karn? Currently, no. That's not true. I do this for blue. Untap this. Obviously, play Karn. And then we 2, 3... We use this to set up for next turn. Alright, I'm going to pass here. With the goal next turn... They could have Energy Flux. They don't. They could have Hurkyl's Recall. They're digging for something. Triple Ponder. So, 3. Yeah, this is just the easiest way to do it. We go get Mycosynth Lattice. And Mycosynth Lattice turns all their lands off while they're under defense grid. And then we can just swing and kill them. That should do it. I believe it does it. I didn't cite it in that I know of. What got exiled? We have a Mesmeric Orb exiled. I don't need the Mesmeric Orb right now, though. Excuse me. So, yeah, that should be all we need. You know, we go get our Mycosynth Lattice. We can play the Mycosynth Lattice because of how we paid with the Lion's Eye Diamond, and that should be enough. Because then we just need a couple swings of attacking for 6, and I don't have to worry like I was before. But opponent is contemplating their options. So I will take this time to say thanks to Mana Traders, sponsor of my stream. They allow me to play the variety of these decks that you like to see. Yeah, I definitely like playing a variety of decks, and sometimes it pans out, and we get to win. So let's put a W on the board, and let's look for match number 2. I'll also take the time to say that if you are interested in signing up for Mana Traders, I have a referral link as well as use my code there up at the very top. It's currently jpinter HK2. There's an underscore. And then it helps encourage them to support the stream. All right. We have lost the die roll. And we have no mana. They're keeping 7. Can we keep this? Yeah. It's not the greatest, but it does something. Is this Delver? Ugh. Nobody likes Delver. So the question is, are they just going to daze Migrate Monolith? What a shock. I am shocked. Would it have been better to use Crystal Vein to deploy Manifold Key? Maybe. So this currently doesn't work. Working our way towards having enough mana to shoot with Walking Ballista. And unfortunately, we're opening ourselves up to the meltdowns and stuff like that a lot of decks are playing right now. They threw away a region. I like that. Yes, I believe our opponent, after losing in the prior game, understood that the lattice turns all their lands off and there's nothing more they can do about it. Speaking of nothing you can do about it, I would really hate to lose my land here to play. Well, who are we kidding? We're playing against Delver. Nobody normal plays Delver. So let's deploy this. Make them fight it. Yep. Like, I'm almost not even interested in continuing the game. Like, I know that the kinds of decks we're trying to prey on are not Delver, and being on the draw against them is already an uphill battle, let alone them having the dazes. So let's, I would say, move to better options, but more likely here that our opponent is going to have all of the meltdowns and all of that kind of stuff for us. So we might as well shift gears and try to switch things up. I still think I want all of them, but I can trim on a couple. Well, I don't know if I can lose any zeros. If I'm bringing in 4s, though, maybe I don't bring in all of the Karns. Have it be 3 Karns and try that. All right. So what do we have here? Nothing. I mean, yes, it is, but this is not a matchup I think we have a chance to win. So, if anything else, I'm trying to have just multiple options. Wow. How many do I have to keep? I have to throw 2 of these away. All right. Turn 1, Wasteland. You got me. That is part of the problem of playing decks like this. You open yourself up to not... I mean, you have to look at your opening 7, see how good the opening 7 is, and if it's not, then you have a 6, then you have a 5. Play ourselves right into the days they have, because you know they do. Let's hope to play not Delver people. I mean, it's one of those things that you kind of know going in. Delver could not be more of a bad thing for you, so that's why this is not necessarily a deck you would choose in a field like that. But sometimes we are there to prey on maybe the more fair people that don't have the interaction or hate pieces that they do. So, all right. We're on the play, but we are against a true hero. Oh, we have a full house here, but the full house doesn't cast anything, so we're going to mulligan. And we're going to mulligan into... We're going to mulligan into some questionable stuff. They kept 7 over there. I don't feel like this does anything enough that I'm going to go again. Keep. I have to put 2 cards back. So this is Grim Monolith, Key. So, I heard you like to go all in. You got any of them sideboard Lion's Eye Diamonds? And we're done. Well, we got a... What is that? Snow-covered plains. Okay. So, we've lost our Lion's Eye Diamond. We could get... Liquid Metal Coating. We could also go for 2. Play, untap, play, untap, play, untap. Play key. Use the key. Play key. We need to go get the cost 3 or less. We go get liquid metal coating. Yes. Liquid metal. Play. Okay. Pass to their upkeep. Target that. Misty Rainforest. Snow-covered island. Ponder here. Shuffle. And we turned that into a win. Well, hot damn. What do they have for us? Blue-white control. We saw prismatic ending. We saw a ponder. I don't know that I necessarily want to change anything. I feel like Defense Grid is going to be a good bet. If it is blue-white control, I mean, we did see multiple basics, but I can't really defend myself from that much. I'm willing to take a Ballista out, bring a Karn in, and maybe shave an Echo and put a second Karn, just as an alternate threat package. Okay. This feels keepable. Bird of Paradise. Okay. I'll admit that one wasn't on my radar. Four, 5. I could play Mystic Forge here, or I could play for Karn here. Let's echo. Oh, okay. Not so fast. They do have horses. Hold your horses, they have horses. So we could go into Mystic Forge here. Prismatic Ending. Once again, not so fast. But they did not have a land to follow up there. Okay, so we still could Mystic Forge here. Let's eat that one. Play a Lotus Petal. We hit a brick wall. What else do they have for us? Currently nothing. So land on top. Manifold key. Pay 1 for that. We have found a new Karn. At least we can go for it. With Lion's Eye on top and an Echo. We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we just go for the lattice with the Lion's Eye we found. Well, there was an opponent willing to conserve their time as just like we had been conserving our time. So, bravo to them. 2-1 so far. I'll admit, 2-1, a little bit better maybe than I was expecting, because that is part of what you sign up for here. Like, it can be very explosive. You can do a lot of awesome turn 1 stuff, and sometime you have to mulligan to 5, and your opponent dazes you, and you're just like, you know what? I could have more fun doing something else. So, that's the plan. Sometimes you lattice them, and sometimes it feels like you got latticed. But on to round 4. Our opponent shuffles the drummer. I really am not sure if that's a euphemism or what exactly. But regardless, we lost the coin flip. They're keeping 7. We have the ability to do some cool stuff, so I'm going to keep. Let's see what they do. Underground Sea again. Oh, come on. 2-1 so far. The little pop-up thing didn't come up. I'm not sure what's exactly going on. We've gone for it, and it's paid off, and it's been punished. Well, we faced this start, and then they ended up being blue-black ninjas, so hey, you never know. Alright, so showed him that. Play out a defense grid. Okay, we can play out the opal. Play out the key. And I mean, we can just untap end step and try to draw into something new. Duress. Okay. I would like to untap this, pay white. Okay. My turn. That's a good one. I'd like to play a Karn. I'd like to get a Mycosynth Lattice. I'd like to play Mycosynth Lattice. Alright. Up a game. We saw Thoughtseize, Duress, and Underground Sea. Doomsday makes sense. Storm also plays discard, right? I know, wasn't that great? It's like they've conceded. I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. If they really are Doomsday, I like the idea that Mesmeric Orb can really mess with Doomsday. Or better yet, it's Doomsday and we make him draw 7 and kill him. I don't think there's anything to sideboard. Let's just go. What do we got? Grid, Orb. It's a double key. Two, four. 2, 4. They'll probably just make us discard anyway, and then what was the point? I'm sitting here doing math, and they're just going to make me discard, say, Lion's Eye Diamond. Good talk. Alternatively, I don't play it out right away. I wait till I have... I mean, depending on what they're trying to do, yeah, I think Lion's Eye Diamond made the most sense there. So now I wonder... Do I want... I don't feel like there's any real difference. Ponder. I feel like it's more likely that they're Doomsday. We just don't know if they're the creature Doomsday or not. Ponder, Shuffle, Whiff. That's kind of... That's even better. So now... Make token, make a token. Yeah. I don't feel the need to put up Defense Grid here. Main phase, Brainstorm. It certainly feels Doomsday, but like I said, it could be Storm. Because we saw, what, Misty in the first one. They have Delta here. They could have Hercule. What do I want? We don't have a Mox. We could get a Mox Opal. That at least helps us get us towards stuff, as opposed to Lion's Eye Diamond, which I'm not going to use here. Set up the defense grid. This just forces them to play it if they have it. Okay, so we did get the expected Hercule. Which one did they give us back? BS back will take. I just copied a 5-0 list on me, so I'm trying to think what tutorable thing would you play that they would draw a card from? What are you picturing there? Like a a bauble or something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So here that would just turn that off. Soul Guide Lantern, I could see that. All right, I was just going to go tutor up Liquid Metal Coating. Liquid Metal Coating would help us turn off their lands. All right. Sitting at 3-1. 3-1. Can we come through with a 4-1? And, I mean, there are multiple of these that we just didn't sideboard because, yeah, that was... It ended up being Storm. When you're getting hit with discard, you're not necessarily sure picture one. Yeah, that is not me. I am very proud of you. When you can pick wheels that get at least 3 wins, that's better than some, Steve, other contributions, you know? All right, can we 4-1? I mean, a lot of the power here has been Karn, but we have been able to get Mystic Forge and kind of burn through the deck a little bit, so that's pretty cool. Also, I want to give a reminder. My stream, starting next Wednesday and going forward, it will not be on JPinter MTG. You need to check out The Swish Gaming. Find The Swish Gaming. Join that. See that link tree right above? Follow them on Twitch. Follow them on Twitter. We'll be starting a Patreon soon. You can jump in the Discord. The point being, I will make sure to post it so that you can tell that next week I will be on. I will be streaming from the Swish Gaming channel. I'm going to try to import, like what you see here. I'm going to move it over, but not really 100% sure I'm going to do it correctly. So come join me next week for a learning experience. How about that? And match number 5. All right, we won the die roll, but we got the wrong guy here. I'll play first. I would like to play first. There we go. Okay. So, turn 2, Karn. Keep. They kept 7. Pass turn. They could have prismatic ending type stuff. I could always draw more echoes. So here's an interesting point. Either I can start making Saga tokens, or we deploy this Karn. I agree with you that if they're just sitting back like, oh, what do you got? And be like, well, I have some 5/5s. And we could always parlay that into Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay. Or just draw Lion's Eye Diamond. That also works. We don't even have to show this card. All right, they are now doing something. This could be Dress Down. That would suck. Okay. We unfortunately don't have something like Pithy Needle to punish here. The fact that I drew Lion's Eye Diamond, do I want something else? We already have a key in play. All right, how about this? So we have a Lion's Eye. Let's play a Lion's Eye. Cannot generate, no, so let's do blue. So either I can play, so we have not yet played a land for the turn. I can crack the other Lion's Eye to give me mana coming out of it. Okay, so they had force for the first one. I mean, they know the second one's coming. They had force for the second one. All right, good talk. So they're down to one card versus the top of our deck. Top of our deck was not exciting. How good would that Pithy Needle have been against Team Flooded Strand over there? I will admit, Narset's pretty good against us. And they have a Force of Will, but the lonely Force of Will in their hand. All right, well, new plan. Let's mill them out. Mill, Snapcaster, Stoneforge, Ponder. Sweet. They have a Jace and a Force of Will. This is problematic. Yep. Cast Karn into Double Echo. Then at least you would have had one threat instead of none. That'd be how they were able to force it. Mill myself one. Well, we can at least make them stop this. Or if not, have to hold up a lot more mana to be able to do anything on our turns. I like that they hit all 4 forces in the top, 20 cards of their library. We're winning the decking game. We're doing really well there. Snapcaster, what are they going to end? Are they going to end the defense grid? Okay. We milled an Echo. Well, I have to admit, the Echo does not look good with Narset sitting on our opponent's side of the board. We could keep this Ancient Tomb in our hand until we need to go for it. Otherwise, we're just trading a painless City of Traders for the painful Ancient Tomb. So I'm going to go ahead and pass here. Like we said, knowing that they have Force of Will, we are going to mill them 4 cards here. But we definitely need to try to find something here. And the more they have the opportunity to kind of build up, it's more likely this is the Days Undoing style. I thought it would have been funny if they tried to Jace Fate Seal us. We could just, tap, untap a key and mill it. Hard cast Batterskull. You got it. All right. Come on, 10 mils. Force this, you coward. Oh no, it'll be 12 cards. All right. Pass the turn. Trigger, 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 trigger. Good to see their whole deck list. I mean, they look like main deck Pyroblast, sure. Cauldra. They have 13 cards left in library. It's too bad that the Batterskull has Vigilance, or we might mill them out even faster. And yet, they're bold enough to draw with Jace. Come on, we got to get something. We got to get something that forces them to tap. Hardcast Force kills them is, I got to admit, pretty awesome. There's nothing I could do here other than, sit. Okay, so that'll put them down to 10. They can use it as their own clever way to brainstorm to the top and then mill cards away. Got to get that fetch in before they lose 4 cards. Sorry, 2 cards. My bad. We really just have to find a way to make them commit mana. They only have 7 cards. What are you doing? Oh, come on. Opponent is in coward mode. Untap another target artifact. So this will mill 3, putting them at 4 cards left. They'll draw for the turn. We really just need to make them play 1 or 2 cards. Do they have Days Undoing? Are they like slow rolling Days Undoing? Okay, they're targeting me. I'm curious, what happened? It does not tell me whether or not they did. Interesting. Well, have I got news for you? Okay. That's going to be worth a force of will. They probably just have pitch force, but it would have been so nice if they could have hard cast the force. Oh well, I guess we die. Maybe they'll play an end step brainstorm. No. One card left. All right, so they were Jeskai, but I don't necessarily know that they were the Days Undoing version. Who am I kidding? I don't have anything to sideboard anyway. It kind of feels like we're pre-sideboarded. I mean, maybe another Walking Ballista. You know, against the Narsets. I can try that, I guess. But yeah. We almost milled them out. If they were not able to remove the second orb, we would have got them. And that would have felt amazing. Okay, turn 1. Keep. Okay. So they force a will that. So I can get blue. 1, 2. Force a negation. You got me. I thought I was being clever that, oh, they forced this one, and then we'll get him on the comeback. I wasn't as clever as I thought I was. I mean, I tried. Okay. Try Mystic Forge. The old 3 Force of Wills and a Force of Negation. Don't mind me. I mean, so we hit a Lion's Eye. We're going to lose this. Search. We already have that. Each key is effectively more. Three, 2. All right, where I was going with that didn't pan out in my head. You dummy. Yeah. Never mind. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to end up having both of them play, and they'll both be untapped. And then I was like, it's not true. Whatever, it's untapped. I count that as a win. All right, so. Combat. 6, yeah. Fast turn. I mean, I guess we have. We are so dead. All right. Hear me out. How much damage can we do? Or you just save all this and try to rebuild. Imagine if we had. I mean, I could make it bigger, but then it's that much harder to rebuild. All right, I'm at 8, killing myself with this Ancient Tomb. And I'll just die to this Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, well. Sorry, folks, I tried. Theoretically, I could untap the Cauldron. Oh, no, that's not... Well, it is true. I could untap the Cauldron. It's just... that part's not relevant. And knowing them, they do have more... I would like to untap Cauldron Complete. Wah, wah. All right. I guess I will settle for a 3-2. It's not... I can't complain whenever we play something that ends up with a 3-2 because we paid 100 play points to start. We got 100 play points back. We got a treasure chest. I mean, right? We treaded water and everything worked out okay. That being said, I think what you saw today explains a lot of why this is maybe not the best style of deck to be playing in leagues. Just the idea that you're so fragile, it's hard to hate the deck out, things like that. You can have some really explosive, awesome turns, but things can also blow up in your face. So I guess that's where we'll leave that. And with that, this is going to be, at least for now, the last stream on J Pinter MTG's channel. The plan going forward, like I said before, you can, if you aren't already, go follow The Swish Gaming. Follow their Twitch, their Twitter. Find them on YouTube. That's where you normally would find my content after the fact. But as of next week, that's where I will be broadcasting from. Same bat content, same... Well, I can't even say same bat channel because it's not the same channel. You know what I'm going for, though. You'll get the same nonsense content that you've come to know and love, or you're just learning about. So, look forward to seeing you over there next week. We're going to try some new things. We'll see how it goes. But for the most part, you know what you signed up for when you came here. All right. Take care, everybody. I appreciate you as always, and we'll see you next time.